All right, folks, just when you thought Toronto had turned the corner, they didn't actually turn the corner. They just kind of looked around the corner, but they're still standing in the same spot, Eric. I mean, last night against Oklahoma City, I mean, let's face it, that's a good team. They're young, athletic, hungry. They're a very good team, but I just didn't think Toronto had the same effort that they had the other night. They got down early, and it was almost like they let Oklahoma City go.
You know, the alarming thing to me, Jonesy, is that is this the precedent that's been set? What did you just say? We were talking. What's your chaos line?
It's a Latin adage, and I don't know what the Latin is, but the English is, out of chaos comes patterns.
And maybe the pattern is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Because the pattern has become that for what, the better part of 12 games now.
Yeah.
So
a great stretch in the middle of the season, and we thought that was a pattern out of the chaos that erupted at the start of the season, and we're not sure. And you know what, Eric? I don't know if the team is quite sure. And this is a big game tonight against New Jersey.
Yeah.
How they react, how they come back against one of the worst teams in the NBA. And all that being said, for those of you that are scoreboard watching like us,
there's still only, what, a game and a half out of 6 or something? And that's the scary thing, too, because as much as the players talk about, oh, we don't listen, we don't read, we don't watch, if they aren't, or if they don't, somebody they know is. And somebody they know, whether it be a family member or a friend, is telling them about it. And heck, Chris Bosh admitted to me last week he is scoreboard watching. He does check it out. So if they're scoreboard watching, i.e. watching the standings, you would hope that they're not allowing themselves to get into the dangerous zone of, well, we know we've got 8 at least. Because even that's not a guarantee. Yeah, no. Chicago's playing terrible right now, but it's not like Toronto has played well enough to put a huge 5, 6, 7 game gap in between. It's still close between 8 and 9. So you can't get lazy and just fall into the, well, we're going to be a playoff team either way, and then that's when we'll turn it on against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, this is a dangerous pattern that has been set. And I wrote on the blog yesterday, I know a couple of people were kind of criticizing me. How can you not know? I said last night something like, it's frustrating trying to figure this team out, and I can't. And the reason I say that, Jonesy, is you can look at the last 10 games and say this is what they are. As we've just said, maybe that is what they've become.
Yeah.
But how do you bookend a season? How do you go 20 bad games, 30 to 35 good games, and then 20 to 22 bad games? I don't understand how that happens. What happened to that team that played so well? And not just against the chumps of the league, against some of the elites. Against some of the elite teams, you were still winning ball games, or at least competing, giving that effort, playing hard, and then ultimately losing. I mean, they went, what, 22-10, something like that? 21-11, whatever it was?
Split the season series with the Lakers, and it came down to a Kobe Bryant shot in each game. One make, one miss.
But that's why I say I don't understand them, because I don't know how you go from bad to good to bad. What changed to make you good, and then what changed to make you bad again?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
We're still trying to figure it out. I know we're figuring on lunch right now. It was not an early night, and we talk about the back-to-backs. The team didn't land here in New York. We're staying in the city, although the game is across the river in Jersey. Didn't land here till about 2:30. So, you know, again, it'll be interesting to see how they react. They really need to come out and get this one and try to establish something. Let's face it, the next 2 opponents, maybe you shouldn't be looking ahead, but New Jersey and Minnesota, bottom of the conference in both cases.
2 worst teams in the league.
They've got to have these wins.
And even if you get those 2 wins, you can't say, well, now everything's cured.
No,
it really comes down to how do you, if, and it's a big if right now, if you get the 2 wins, it still then comes down to how do you react against Utah on Wednesday, against a good team. You know?
And then you've got Denver coming in as well. So lots to be done. Food time, and we hope you're listening tonight.